In the news this week, Neymar's multi-million transfer deal inspires a new generation to play football. Nigerian army challenges Boko Haram to a battle on the dance floor. And now, it's the other news.
And here's your host, Okey Bakassi.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If the news had a cooler, funnier, more popular younger sibling, that sibling will be this show, The Other News. Yes, this is The Other News, and I always love being your host. On the show today, Daniel the Humorous visits a school, Mo Williams visits a church, and Binta Badmos visits a very sensitive topic. First, before we take the headlines, my guest today is the man they call the Igodomigodo, the verbally bombastic Honorable Patrick Obanyabo. Very powerful. Yeah. All right, thank you. So let's kick off the show with the other news headlines. A federal high court has ordered the permanent forfeiture of Banana Island property worth $35.5 million to the federal government. Prosecutors from the EFCC claim the building, which has about 24 apartments, 18 flats, and 6 penthouses, was allegedly linked to former Petroleum Minister Desiani Alison Madueke. Wow, $37.5 million. There's more than one way to hide stolen money in Koi houses. Yeah, now Africans and Nigerians in particular have always had a complicated relationship with our leaders. During election campaigns, the politicians come to us like job seekers with their padded CVs, begging us to give them the job. They dress like us, dance like us. Well, maybe not exactly like us. Sometimes they seem to be hungry too, just like us. And they go out of their way to do so many things. Yeah, you see, they convince us that they know our struggle and will serve us faithfully if they get the job. But once we give them the job, music don't change with that. That job applicant of before go start to the form master.
8 months of what? And you come out into school now. So what?
Yeah, so once they get into office, you will not see them again at your regular palmy joints. Auntie, wow, you don't like akara again? Well, in fact, they go see you. Do like say they no sabi you. All right? Our leaders, once they are in power, become very sensitive to being questioned or confronted by the people who employ them. Fela made it his job to confront past leaders. So they retaliated by making prison his second home. People have been arrested and charged for allegedly being critical of political leaders on social media. Even a peaceful protest led by Charlie Boy was met with police and tear gas. In Uganda, an activist, Stella Nyazi, described Ugandan President Museveni as a body part. Wow. She called him a pair of buttocks. That description did not sit well with the president, so she was arrested and charged with harassment. Yeah, harassment. Well, Stella Nyazi must not have learned her lesson because when she was released, She called the president's wife an empty brain. Some people get bad mouth, shall. So maybe we need to start being extra nice to our extra sensitive politicians. A recent report claims that Donald Trump receives briefing of all the nice things people say about him twice a day. I'm sure it makes him feel great again, great again. So the next time you feel tempted to criticize someone you put into office, send them a nice poem instead. Or do some praise singing, anything to flatter them. And if you ever get chance to get near to your leaders, do what this man did when he met the Cameroonian president. After all, these people are our kings. And we are here to serve them. So until it is election time again, when we'll do another dance. Yeah.
Hey, everybody say, yeah. Oh.
As we go into the election campaign season, some Nigerians are beginning to, declare their intention to run for elective positions. There are the usual EFCC suspects. The usual suspects. And there are those who say they don't want to run for office.
My ambitions are not political.
Malam de Mala. I beg, talk your church mind, do. But politicians, sometimes they will want something and be forming shy so that people will beg them, beg them to run. That kind, stop it, I like it feeling. And there's a new set of political contenders who may have been inspired by the not too young to run bill. First, we have this gentleman.
Leaders who will call a spade a spade.
Yeah, of course. Then we also have this self-proclaimed fashion icon. He even took a break from his Crisis with Harry song to declare. All right, there's also this guy, Nani. And this madam, all the way from Obodo, Holland.
I want to go for Nigeria president 2019. It's not a joke, guys.
It's serious when foreign-based players decide to come and join the local league. Then it must be very serious. But, talk to me, Nigerians. What is really happening? Before you know it, you will have comedians pretending to be newscasters. Yes. Yes. Anyway, maybe Nigerian entertainers are trying to get revenge on the political class for stealing their shine. After all, musicians should be angry because senators have started dropping hot singles. That one was trending for a while. Even Kafi the dancer supposed fear because this guy will soon spoil her market. And if you're a DJ, you think you're safe. DJ safe, no safe again. As for comedians, they should be very worried because of all the people in this house. Yes, that house. Especially this honorable who has a natural talent for comedy.
Our economic is doing like this. It's doing like this. It's blinking, shaking.
That guy funny scatter. Well, basketball Talibaba and go. Make una watch her. But on a more serious note, entertainers going into politics is not a new thing. And let's be fair and focus on qualifications of this latest breed of aspirants. If they are not too young to run, they should at least be old enough to have sense. So let's begin with this guy. His ambition is so great that he intends to run as both governor and deputy governor of Benue State. Other politicians promise free education, free health care, and other things they do not plan to give us. But Terry has been promising us something else for many years now. Yes, free madness. At least that one is achievable because, to craze, no, they cost. We can either continue to see government as a joke, or we can start to equip ourselves to lead. Or as the big man himself says,
this is your time.
So use the hashtag #BeSeriousNigeria and tell us how you feel about these new candidates. Hashtag #BeSeriousNigeria. So in the light of all that, we'll be talking to a man who takes politics very seriously. No jokes when the other news returns. Thanks for sticking around with us. It's still the other news. Okay. Now, our people say it takes 2 hands to clap. But they forget that it takes only 1 hand to snap your fingers. And now from snapping of fingers, we person they take enter clapping. Binta Badmus, our special correspondent, explores the plight of a group of people in our society who keep getting told that they need to hurry up and clap.
Being a single woman, in case you haven't noticed, is like walking on air. Dealing with societal pressures, including avoiding family gatherings, enjoying polite conversations, and smiling in the face of distant questions. Clearly, single women have it all. With the percentage of single women within the 25 to 35 age group in Nigeria unknown, no surprise there when the census figures are questionable. So I sat down with the love and relationship expert at Aderonke Adebanjo to get a sense of life as a single woman.
The worst I've heard is that a landlady did not want to rent out an apartment to a single girl. There's also the misconception that a woman who lives on her own is up to no good.
What's fascinating about the single life?
You're in control. You do what you want to do. You can make your decisions on your own and basically live the life that you want to live. But I've heard of mothers who have told their daughters not to buy certain types of cars, even if they can afford to buy those cars, because you will chase all the men away, right? And the question is, if a man is intimidated by a car and you hope to be you hope to get better in life, then that's unfortunate.
Hold up. Aren't men the major reason the world is full of single women?
I wouldn't say I contributed. I would say I explored with different people, and life is an adventure, like you say. So you get to meet different people, and we had a good time, getting to know each other, and we moved on. It's all part of growing up.
But not necessarily. I just believe that the reason that most of them are single is because most of the time they pass over opportunities they don't recognize on time.
Are they prepared for it? They need to they need to take them through that journey of preparedness. They need to be prepared for marriage. That's why you see when they go in, they come out.
I would say yes. Sometimes we are being pressured. When I was single, by friends, family, and that makes some of us make mistakes. When they bring those pressure, we tell them, hey, hold on, this is my life.
The society expects this and that. As a single woman, why are you not married? That's already the first question. Even in church, the pressure is really, really hot.
They seem to be like regular people.
I have the most amazing and supportive family anybody can ever have. I have the most amazing clique of friends. My friends are actually married women. I don't ever feel left out.
Being single is a choice. So for all you ladies out there without a ring on your fingers, this is the word of advice.
Take it easy. Marriage is not running away. Marriage is not even the ultimate in life. There's so many other things you could achieve. And then if marriage comes, why not? You embrace it.
This is the other news, and I am Binta Badmus, signing out.
Yeah, great reporting from Binta. To all the single ladies out there, you have my support. Moral support too, not financial or otherwise. All right. My guest today is a lawyer, a former member of the House of Representatives, and a former chief of staff in the Edo State Government House. Many people listen when he speaks because he's a man of few simple words and many jaw-breaking ones. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Please make welcome Honorable Patrick Obaegbo. Please, a round of applause. You're welcome, sir. Wow. So happy to have you in the studio, sir.
My pleasure.
You're very loved in this country. because of the beautiful flowery sentences that you make when you speak. And it's common knowledge that you and your wife, you use lots of big words. I mean, how did this come about? Is it that you come from a family where the dictionary is studied attentively?
Well, let me start by saying that I've watched the other news since it started its course. Yeah. And I must use this opportunity to thank the management of Channels Television and your very good self for this Pantagruelian and revelation intervention into our body policy.
I have to prepare at this point.
Yes.
I have to prepare for the bullets that you'll be dropping.
I have no doubt at all that the master satirist, Professor Olantoji Dare, will be very proud of what you are doing. Yeah. Having said that much, I am not unaware at all that my idiolate has provoked extreme reactions. Fanatical defenders and lovers, and very toxic and acerbic objurgators. How many people really read?
True.
And those who read, what do they read? So, if after putting my nose to the grindstone for a period of iron, or for donkey years or a month of Sundays, like I still do, whereas my objurgators are immersing themselves in a voluptuous and Epicurean aqua of Instagramming.
Yeah. Sir, I will not...
WhatsApping.
Yes.
Facebooking.
Yeah.
Snapchatting.
Yeah.
Pepper souping.
Yes.
Goat heading.
Yes.
Isyewulizing. And big starting. And they expect me to vocalize in platitudes and jejunities? How does that become my onus probandi to unravel what they stigmatize as my Sphinxian conundrum? No, Okey Bakassi.
I will pretend
Can
I will pretend that I understand most of that. and move on to the next one. Let us get into some serious stuff, which is your terrain, politics. Recently, everybody has been clamoring that we switch from the unitary system to true federalism. What is your take?
My take is sancta simplicitas.
Okay.
If this nation will not burn, if this nation want to eschew a second civil war, we cannot but devolve powers. And that is why it came to me as a sign of maniacal bewilderment that the National Assembly that was supposed to provide leadership and seize the historical momentum to devolve powers from the Santa Claustic federal government, this needs to be weaned off.
You spoke in the past about President Buhari, prosecuting political vandals and trying to drag, the ship from the Bermuda Triangle and bringing us back to where we should be. It's 2 years gone. Do you think we are heading the right direction?
Of course, yes. Those who bestirred themselves in toxic animadversion against the President Muhammadu Buhari's and APC's federal government in the last 2 years must take immutable cognition of the fact that at the time the APC and the president came on board, Nigeria suffered from a state of economic radiculopathy, social sciatica, and political dystopia. It was not going to be easy in less than 2 years, to bring about a transmutation and transmogrification into a state of El Dorado. The president and the APC campaigned under a triangular wicket. 1, security. 2, the fight against corruption. And 3, the economy.
And so far, none of them seem to be working, though.
No. The security situation before we came on board was like Gogo Medusa.
Are you saying it's better now?
It has been pulverized. It has been degraded. Boko Haram, the Boko Haram menace today is in a state of tatterdemalion, highly degraded.
But they're still killing, though.
Yeah, but of course, yes. But not as we met it. That you will agree with.
Okay. I'm sure some people will not agree with you. All right?
It's a democracy.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Patrick Obayemo. It's a pleasure having you, and I'm sure viewers at home, you enjoyed every bit of it. Yes. Yes. Thank you. They do not call him Igoromigodo for nothing. That was Honorable Patrick Obayegbo. Yeah, we'd love to have him again someday in the studio as we make progress. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Welcome back to the other news. Are you one of those people who hide whenever the tax man comes around? If you are, then know that God is watching you. God is watching you. Mo Williams went to town to find out just how popular the concept of tax is among Nigerians. Watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to this championship fight between tax and tithe. But first, how did we get to this point? It begins with Nigerians not paying income tax.
We did a study. Why are Nigerians not paying tax, or why are tax revenues so low? And what we found was there's massive tax evasion on a major scale. A lot of people are not registered. Many of those who are registered are not paying the right taxes.
But that brings up another question.
Why were people not paying taxes? What did you find?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I mean, no one likes to pay taxes anywhere in the world. If there's no consequence for not paying taxes, people will not pay because nobody really wants to pay.
To curb the issue of compliance, the government has reacted with the following. The Nigerian government declares tax amnesty to defaulting voluntary taxpayers. The government declares tax Thursdays, sensitizes public. You will pay taxes even if you are a beggar. Adeosun. Now this led us to wonder how another institution that knows a thing or two about income deductions would fare when put up against tax. So we decided to set up a fight between tax and tithe. And the battleground was the opinions of the Nigerian people.
If you could pick one or the other, tithe or tax, which one will you pick?
Definitely I'm going to pick tithe.
Both, my own.
I think I will go with my tithe.
Tax.
I will choose tithe.
I'll pick my tithe.
I think I'll pick tax.
I'll keep tax.
It's my title.
I'll keep my tithe.
And pay my tithe to God.
You have to pay both.
I'll go with tithe.
Wow, so tithe won by a considerable margin. But why did tithe win so convincingly? We wanted answers, so we did what most people do when they want answers. We went to church.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Thank you. We have carried out some extensive research, and the results indicate that Nigerians are more likely to pay their tithe than they are to pay their tax.
Man knew God before government. The confidence that man has in God cannot be compared to what it has in government. If you pay tithe, the Bible says, the Lord will open the windows of heaven for you. So much so that you don't have enough room to contain the blessings that will come down. Secondly, He will rebuke devourers for your sake. Third, you will be seen as a blessed man. Every man will regard you as blessed.
Well, we at the Other News have found a perfectly logical conclusion to the issue of income tax compliance. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the Federal Inland Revenue Services Ministries. Genius, right? Okay, I know what you're thinking. How's this going to work? The organization will be a one-stop shop where you can handle the business of your God. And, well, you can also pay your income tax. Okay, what brought about this? Well, you can pray and then you can pay. The organization will remit to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. And anyone who wants to use the money to build schools, roads, houses for the people can do it. And people that want to use it to buy fancy cars, private jets, and even chop the money, they can do it too. It's been Mo Williams reporting for the Other News. Back to you, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate all of you who have tuned in today and followed us on our social media, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Our handles remain the Other News CTV. Many thanks to my guests, Honorable Obayegbo, and with our live audience who have spent time with us in the studio today. Thank you so very much. Remember that a man who has fainted and survived has no reason to fear death. That is our show today. I'm okay. Hosting you has been a pleasure. Goodbye. See you next week.